Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 of our Devising Theatre online workshop series by Milk Crate Theatre. My name's Margot, I'm the Artistic Director of Milk Crate Theatre.
And I'm Lucy Watson.
Lucy's our key support artist at Milk Crate. So we're happy to join you today. Thank you for joining us. Today we're talking about improvisation. Another huge and very broad topic, absolutely. But there are some key definitions and some key rules that we need to follow, which we'll discuss in a minute. But ultimately, improvisation is really important for devising theatre because the devising process means that we're doing a lot of explorations in different art forms, looking at different ideas. So we need to improvise around those ideas in order to create the material. It's very key. So what's really important about improvisation, though, is respect, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because the thing about improvisation is that we are opening ourselves up. We're making ourselves really vulnerable because we're trying to throw out ideas without overthinking them and without having, a filter over what we're offering. That can make us very vulnerable, right?
Yeah, I think part of the point is to give you a space to let a different part of yourself come out. When you're writing or you're properly planning ideas, you have the usual social polished self out, and you're like, this is how a normal good person has ideas. And when you're doing improv, sometimes it's more like, this is a thing that randomly came to my head.
Yep.
And you've got to feel safe.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right. Because we can over-intellectualize things, we can overthink things. When we're doing, our writing or working on our own as well, actually, we can get into cycles of overthinking and thinking about what other people will think of what I've said or made or done. So it's important that in the improvisation space, we feel really safe to be open. And that means that there is, kind of an unspoken contract, really, to support everybody's ideas and go, yeah, that's great. Let's take that and try something like that. Or let's take this and change it into something like that. But we all need to feel safe.
Yeah, and like with that feeling safe, there are some boundaries as well that allow everyone to continue feeling safe.
Yep.
You don't want to come out with absolutely anything, I suppose.
Yes.
Depending on the group.
Yes. And improvisation has creative rules as well, right? Creative boundaries. But in terms of like what, on the ground basic rules of improvisation, and especially at Milk Crate Theatre, number 1 is respect. So that means we are using very respectful language. We don't engage in racism, sexism, homophobic language, anything like that. So, all of our basics of human to human respect must be followed. That's number 1.
Unless it's about that, I guess. Unless it is about that and you've built a structure that can hold that, I think.
Interesting.
Because, otherwise you're going to have all that content and no way of dealing with it, I guess.
What do you...
if you might be doing work that is about racism. Or you might be doing work
of course.
where you're wanting to embody some of those voices that are around.
Yes.
But I think that would be quite specific.
Yeah, and I think you'd be engaged in the improvisational activity.
Yeah.
And so it becomes part of the created material.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important when we're improvising that I'm not saying something about you, Lucy, Margot to Lucy. It's important that I'm not saying something offensive to you.
It's very important.
Outside of the context of what we're creating and the scene that we're creating. That's absolutely. Okay. And then, in the rules of improvisation, saying yes. Now, I want to be clear about that. We never, and especially again at Milk Crate Theatre, we never have to say yes to anything that makes us feel uncomfortable. And at any time when we're engaging in improvisation or creative expression, we always have the right to time out or, if you ever feel worried or scared or intruded upon or uncomfortable, always opportunity to step out. But generally speaking, in the creative context, when, for example, Lucy and I throwing ideas at each other, we have to say yes, because if we don't, what will happen, Lucy?
The scene will end, really. I mean, the dynamism of the scene will end and the flow, but also in terms of making something from that, you'll hit a dead end.
That's it. And also, if you make an offer to me on stage or in front of a group of people and I go, no, that means I'm not being very supportive of you.
Yeah.
Isn't it? That's not supportive. We're going to do a little demonstration later, though, so we'll show you what this looks like. It's not pretty. But I also want to make these other points that you wrote out for us, Lucy, as well about improvisation.
Oh, yeah. Allowing the less structured thoughts, less usual thoughts to come out. Sometimes when you're pushed, come up with really random things that are maybe different parts of you that you're not as used to saying. But also, I think usually, even if you've just got an improv scene that you've started, you usually come up with a full idea for where you're going to go. And if you're improving with someone else, their idea is going to be totally you can't control where they're going to take it. So the great thing about that is that you end up in a place that neither of you really expected, and that can lead to really interesting material.
So you've got to be open and adaptable to the changes that will occur when you're improvising with another person. And when you're saying yes.
And responsive to in that moment, rather than this is what I've prepared to do.
Oh yes. We can't prepare for an improvisation. No. And it never works.
No. Even if you've done like character work, maybe you're doing character work and you prepare it through that, but then you're in the space, you're doing this thing and it's gonna go sideways. It's meant to. It's a different sort of wisdom, I think, as well. It's more like body and reaction wisdom rather than having thought it through.
That's it. And that's your other point that you've made here, Lucy, as well, which is great, is that we bypass the overthinking. And that brings me to that other point about the creative rules that we put in improvisation as well, like time limits or, numbers of things that you can say. Some activities you have to say one idea and get out next person. They might have different rhythms, or the exercise might be 5 things, go. There's often a time limit to things, which helps us to we don't have time to overthink or to over-intellectualize what we're going to say or what we're going to do in the moment.
It's also, important as a general rule, I guess, as well, is that you're not trying to be super smart. Like, if something really great comes up, then brilliant, but it usually will without you really pushing it. And for me anyway, I started actually liking improvisation through doing clowning, where you mostly are trying to get the dumbest possible level of yourself to come through. And that's really nice. It's liberating. But don't try and think, okay, but I'm going to try and come up with 5, but they're going to be really good. Because that's going to block you right up.
And that's the other cool thing about improvisation as well, is that this is your opportunity to just let all those ideas flow, good or bad, whatever, useful, not useful, you let it all out. It's a filtering process, and that's part of it. It's like a release, and improvisation is really important to engage in that release. We let out all of these top level ideas until we get to something that's a bit more interesting or new or sideways or somewhere else. It's really important. It's like a flushing out of the brain and what we think we know and what we think we should know.
And the solutions to creative problems are often not logical. Also, they can be really unexpected. And they can come through an improv where you're like, that I had no idea where that came from, but it kind of weirdly fits this piece of our work.
Absolutely. The magic of theatre. You can make it all up. That's what we're doing. Devising. Okay, so let's give a little demo. In the nature of what we're asking you to do, we haven't prepared this either. We are improvising right here, right now. Okay, we're going to do an exercise called yes and. And I think we'll do just the general accepting of the offers.
Mm-hmm.
So in this task, I start with an offer. Lucy will respond with yes, and she will give me an offer back. So we'll see how we can do a bounce off. Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
I think I'm ready. Okay, all right. Hey, Lucy, it's such a beautiful day. The clouds are so grey.
Yeah. And I feel like there's an elephant up there in the clouds.
Yes, and that's probably why it is so grey. And I wonder if grey clouds are actually always just elephants.
Yeah. And I think when they're white, they're rabbits.
Yes. And that would explain why they move along so quickly across the sky when they're white, because they're very hippity-hoppity.
Yes. And it would also explain the mysterious white clouds that slither snake-wise.
Yes.
They're snakes.
Yes, that's right. And they're my favourite kind of clouds, actually, the slithery snake ones, because I like to dance in that way. Yeah, I like when I'm dancing, I like to just glide along a surface.
Yeah. And I like gliding as well, but I'm a little bit scared of the snake clouds because I got bitten by one when I was a child. Yeah. And I was okay, but yeah, it's always made me a little bit afraid of the snake clouds.
Yes, and that is so understandable. Insane. Aren't we amazing? All right, cool. Now we're going to do yes, but.
It's really nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I would like to talk about the last time we met.
Yes, but I do have an appointment coming up, so could you make it quick? I mean, I totally want to talk to you, but I do have an appointment coming up soon.
Yes, but I think it's really important that we do discuss, some of the quite upsetting... I was quite upset afterwards.
Yes, but you are the one that spilled the ice cream.
Yes, but you pushed me over.
Yes, but that was totally an accident because you were in my line of movement.
Yes, but I was moving before you. So it was my line of movement first.
Yes, but it's my birthday.
Yeah, but it wasn't at the time.
Yes, but it was the week of my birthday. So
yes.
The whole week is my birthday.
But I had my birthday not too long ago.
Yeah, but it was a bit too long ago.
Yes, but does that mean I can just be pushed over by your birthday?
Yes, but I am sorry.
Yes, but are you going to buy me a new ice cream?
Yes, but I would like you to reimburse me for it. And sing!
My ice cream.
Very good. We're very good.
So good.
Okay. Now we're going to demonstrate an improvisation where we block each other. It's not pretty. It's not good.
It's not pretty.
Yeah. Okay. What not to do? All right. Lucy, I really loved the job you did on that report yesterday.
I don't work for you. Yes, and I don't work for you.
Insane! All right, let's try another one. I'll block you.
Yeah. This is just hard.
Just try. It does feel harsh. It does. It hurts. Yeah.
Wow, Margot, I love the swimming pool. It's so nice and cool.
Yeah, but I actually don't like swimming. What I'd rather talk about is the museum that I went to the other day.
Yeah, but splash.
Yeah, but elephants.
Yeah, but the elephants aren't here, but the pool is here.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to the pool. And scene. We can't go anywhere from here. Yes, excellent. Good. I think that we demonstrated that really well. The task for today is going to be live with us now. Yep. So you're not going to go away and do it. You're going to do it with us now because remember we want to do some rapid fire questions and we're going to stop the overthinking. Okay? So have a pen and paper ready. You can go and get your pen and paper. We'll wait.
Is my pen
Off you
and
go.
paper.
Yep. Oh, look, you're back with your pen and paper. Excellent. Okay, good.
Didn't see you there.
Didn't see you there. We're ready now to start the rapid fire questions. Okay? We'll just take turns. We're making these up. We are improvising with you in this real time. Okay. I'll start. Are you ready? Good. Okay. Write down 5 objects that you find in the street. Go. Yep.
And I finished this sentence. The monster under my bed, his name is Fred, and it said.
You could say so many things. I can't wait to hear what he says. Shh, they're writing. Okay. List for me 5 different things that you can wear on your head as a hat that is not a hat. Go.
um, 3 colours and the feelings they bring up in you.
Very nice. Think of the most enigmatic, charismatic news desk reporter. Name. A really fancy schmancy name for the hottest news reporter.
I had no idea when I asked it. This is why you're writing it down. There's a letter sent to you, and it's very brief, but it says something that you've been wanting to hear for a long time.
Yeah. Thinking time. Writing time. Okay. Last one. You go into an old haunted house that has an attic. It's a bit spooky, yeah. So you go into the attic. No, the attic is up. What's the one that's down below?
Dungeon.
Attic dungeon. There's a secret room. You go into this secret room. Cellar is what that basement or cellar is what that Lisa's helping us here. The basement or cellar
Clearly I grew up
in an
a
old
castle.
house. And you see an object. It is absolutely stunning. What is that object? Yeah.
What is the object and what magical powers does it have?
Yeah. Nailed it. All right. I hope that you did those questions in real time with us and did not pause the video, because that would be cheating and we will know. Just jokes. Can't wait to hear all of your amazing ideas. Will haunt you from the attic or basement.
Dungeon.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much. We will see you next time for video 4. Thanks for joining us for improvisation. We hope you had fun. We certainly had fun. Stay creative, stay connected. Milk Crate Theatre. See you next time.